You know what nobody tells you about a drunk driver plowing into you? The paperwork afterward is somehow more chaotic than the crash itself. Let's get one thing straight. Being hit by an intoxicated driver is not just a car accident. It is basically a crime scene with your bumper in it. That distinction changes almost everything about your case. Here's the plain truth. When alcohol is involved, the other driver is not just careless, they are legally reckless. And reckless is a whole different flavor of trouble in court. Think of it like the difference between accidentally stepping on someone's foot versus doing it while riding a shopping cart through a store blindfolded. That reckless label matters because it can open the door to something called punitive damages. Regular damages cover your medical bills and your busted car, but punitive damages exist purely to punish the driver, like a financial timeout chair for grown adults. Now here's a plot twist most people never see coming. The drunk driver's insurance company might try to deny the claim entirely. Turns out some policies have clauses that say they will not cover damages caused while the driver was breaking the law, which sounds convenient for them and terrible for you. So who pays then, you might be wondering, and this is where things get spicy. This is often where your own uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage swoops in like a slightly boring superhero to fill the gap. Let's talk evidence for a second because this is basically where the whole case lives or dies. A police report noting a DUI arrest, breathalyzer results, or even witness statements about slurred speech and swerving can turn your case from he said, she said into here is a mountain of proof. Here's a fun fact wrapped in a sad fact. Drunk driving crashes tend to be more severe than regular accidents. That is because reaction time basically disappears, so instead of a driver tapping the brakes, you get full-speed contact, which means bigger injuries and bigger bills. A lot of people assume that if the drunk driver already got arrested and convicted criminally, their civil case is automatically finished too. Nope, those are two completely separate systems. Criminal court punishes the driver for society, civil court is about getting you compensated, and you often need to run both races separately. This is where an accident injury lawyer becomes less of a luxury and more of a translator. They know how to pull police reports, subpoena toxicology results, and negotiate with insurance adjusters who are professionally trained to say the word no in 50 different ways. Let's bust a myth real quick, because this one trips people up constantly. You do not need to feel hurt enough to file a claim, because some injuries like whiplash or brain trauma show up days or even weeks later, dramatically late, like a guest who shows up after the party's already over. Timing actually matters a lot here too, since most states have a statute of limitations, meaning a countdown clock starts the moment the crash happens. Wait too long and you could lose your right to sue completely, even if the other driver was blowing numbers that would embarrass a pirate. Here's the part that actually gives people hope in an otherwise stressful situation. Because drunk driving cases often come with stronger evidence and higher liability, settlements or verdicts in these cases tend to be more favorable for the injured person compared to a regular fender bender. At the end of the day, being hit by an intoxicated driver is scary, confusing, and honestly kind of infuriating. But knowing the difference between criminal punishment and civil compensation, understanding your own insurance coverage, and moving quickly with solid evidence puts you back in control of a situation that felt completely out of your hands. So if any of this hit close to home or just made you go, wait, I did not know that, do you want to learn more about how we help in situations like this? Check out our links in the description.